No matter the location, from O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider.
Raider Nation, what's going on? Coming up on today's show, Raiders grades versus the Carolina Panthers. Was it a rusty game? Am I sweating from the game? That one's for Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. The bottom line is this. The Raiders to get the W, 34-30 against the Carolina Panthers. And coming up here on today's show, I'm going to give you the grades for the offense, the defense, special teams, and then take a deeper dive into players like Derek Carr, like Josh Jaocbs, like offensive specialists like Henry Ruggs, Darren Waller. But I'm also going to look at the defense because I'll tell you what, I might be 27-year-old. I don't know how old y'all are, but the defense took some years off my life today. So what I want every single person to do right now, type your grades in. Grade the Raiders' performance versus the Carolina Panthers, A, B, C, D, or give it an F. Let me know in the comments section. I don't care if you see this video on YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, Twitch, wherever this is at. Let me know the Raiders' grades. For me, I am going to give them a solid B-. C grades for me is average. A is absolutely great. The bottom line, the Raiders did get this win, and I am excited. But if you watch the game, you'll know there is a lot of areas to get better on. And yes, we did win. This is probably a game the Raiders would have lost last year, but this is an area where the Raiders need to improve. Let's go to the offensive side of the football now. Get your grades in here, A, B, C, D, or F. The Raiders report, it's not about me, it's about the nation. I gave the offense, though, an A grade because I was impressed. I was impressed on the way that they were able to move the football. Yes, this Carolina Panthers defense, not that great, but you did convert first downs. You were able to convert third downs, and when it came to the red zone, you were able to put the ball in the end zone. 34 points, that should be an easy win a lot of the times. 372 yards, you dominated time of possession, no turnovers. Great job by the Raiders offense. But offense, now let's go to the defensive side of the football where, I don't know about you, let me wipe some sweat off my forehead because I am upset. Defense did not look good, and I'm going to give them a C- grade. And if the Raiders would have lost this football game, it would have been a flat-out F. But you know what? I feel kind of nice today. I'm going to be a little bit kind because it's week one. It's coming off of a crazy offseason, and maybe, just maybe, that's why the Raiders struggled so much. But you gave up 30 points to the Carolina Panthers. You tried to almost blow the game on a Robbie Anderson 75-yard touchdown. Only one sack. Teddy Bridgewater had all day to throw. I don't know about you, but this next question that I'm about to put up on screen right now, this one's easy. Every single person watching right now, I don't care if you're typing O for offense or if you're shouting out O for Oakland. What I want you to do right now is type O because let's be real, the offense played much better than the defense. Let's go to special teams now where, hey, shout out to the special teams. Daniel Carlson, when he was called upon, played well. A.J. Cole, when he was asked to punt, did a pretty good job. From top to bottom special teams, I'm going to give them an A. Because anytime Daniel Carlson's going to come in and knock a 54-yard field goal, because when you really think about it, that 54-yard field goal, imagine how much we all would have been sweating if it would have been 31-30. It's a lot different. Daniel Carlson, thank you for not totally ruining my shirt, because if it would have been 31-30, I would have had to throw away this bad boy. Hey, bottom line is this. The Raiders, they got the W, and if you bleed silver and black, and if you're a diehard Raider fan, please go ahead and subscribe to the Raiders Report. We're going to cover news, rumors the entire season. Plus, I go live for what? Big-time Raider games and for every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. All you got to do, click that link that you see below, youtube.com/Raiders Report. We stay free for the nation. I don't want to have to go to paid subscription. So in order to do that, every person that's watching right now, please, 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 please hit that sub button. Let's go to some players now. Derek Carr. What would y'all grade Derek? A, B, C, D, or F? I gave him a B+. And the reason why I'm going to go with B+, he managed the football game well. I really wish Jon would have let him throw the football down the field a little bit more. But we did get a little bit conservative. I originally had 271 passing yards projected for Carr, but 239, I'm okay with that. 22 of 30, that's pretty good. One touchdown when it mattered the most to Nelson Aguilar. No interceptions. For this game, We needed to run the football with Josh. That's exactly what we did. Derek Carr, let me know what y'all have to say about his performance. On a scale of 1 to 10, okay? 1 being the worst quarterback you've ever seen. 10 being the best quarterback you've ever seen. For me, for Derek Carr, what I know he can bring to the football, like what he can bring to the table, I'm going to give him a 7, okay? Because I know he can play better. I know he can play worse. But at the bottom line, didn't turn over the football, did exactly what he needed to do to succeed. Let's now go to the man, Josh Jaocbs. And if you're watching this show live right now, if you tune on to this on YouTube and you don't type JJ, you ain't doing your job. Josh Jaocbs gets an A grade for me. He would have gotten an A+ if he would have played a little bit better, I guess, in picking up extra yards where he needed. Because if you ask Josh, he'll say, guess what? I played well. I had 3 touchdowns, but I could have been better. And this is not so much of a grade on every running back. This is based on what I've seen Josh Jaocbs been able to do. 3.7 yards per carry. We know he can play better. A grade, though, still absolutely slam dunk. Let's now go to the wide receiver position, where the wide receivers, some ups, some downs, and I wish Henry Ruggs would have been able to stay healthy the entire game. Luckily, he looks like he's going to be okay for week 2 next week. But I'm going to give them a B grade. And when needed to make plays, they stepped up and made plays. Hunter Renfrow made some key catches on 3rd down. As I stumble over my words, that's all to you that you should be blamed for that, because making me take shots. Henry Ruggs gets a B. Bryan Edwards, C. Hunter Renfrow. Zay Jones, C. Also Zay blocked really well. Nelson Aguilar, B+ for that touchdown catch. Let's now look at Henry Ruggs and some injury news here, where he did leave the game briefly after 3 catches for 55 yards. It appears to be a lower leg injury. He did return to the lineup after halftime. He's going to be okay. He's a warrior, but I do really, really like the way that the Raiders used him on the football field. His first catch for 45 yards, that's some little bit more dink and dunks. He also lined up in the backfield a lot. They want to use him as a Tyrell Williams type of specialist. All I'm saying is, if he gets used the way he is, there's going to be a lot of defensive coordinators losing a lot of sleep over a player like Henry Ruggs. With wide receivers, that means we got to go to the tight end position. And it was basically the Darren Waller show, and for tight ends, I'm going to give him a B-, because even though it's not going to show up on the stat sheet, the tight end group did exactly what Jon Gruden asked. And Darren, you split him out, so that's why I give him a B+. Jason Witten was really only asked to block. Foster Moreau, C as well. But for Waller, he had the most targets, 8 on the team. Came down with most of them. But at the end of the day, they were really used to pick up first downs. That's why I came out with my grades for the tight ends. Now, after a big-time Raiders win, I don't know about you, I spill all sorts of drinks on me today. Maybe you need a new Raiders jersey. Maybe you're just looking to get an extra Raiders jersey. Well, luckily for you, we got you updated here. Go to the link that you see below on screen, chatsports.com/Raiders jerseys. It's also available in the comments and in the description. Like I see right now, Ricky, I see Zelbo69 watching, Dark Raider. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Go get yourself a new Raiders jersey, chatsports.com/Raiders jerseys. Offensive line time, and I'm going to give these guys an A grade. And even though Trent Brown was unable to go, Sam Young also got banged up. No sacks to Derek Carr, no pressure whatsoever. They won the battle of the trenches. That's why I gave it an A grade. So let me know here, who's the Raiders MVP on offense? And this is a pretty easy question, right? It's Josh Jaocbs. So every single person watching right now, start typing JJ in the comment section. Let's go to the defensive line of the football, where my offensive grades I thought were nice. I'm not going to be nice on defense because there's no reason to be nice here. So I'm going to give him a D grade. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater had all day to throw. If you want to be considered a good football team, you need to be able to get after the quarterback. Unfortunately, Maxx, Carl Nassib, Arden Key, we weren't able to get after the quarterback. Y'all know that I love this young group. But come on, y'all. Need to get after the quarterback. Got to create some pressure. So we're going to go from the defensive ends. Let's now go to the defensive tackles. All the hype in the world around Malik Collins. Johnathan Hankins, you had only 1 tackle. Mo Hurst did get half a sack. I don't know about you. Your girl, she ain't looking for half a sack. She's looking for a whole one. Luckily, they were able to get at least 1 sack. Mo, though, I thought was by far the best defensive tackle on this team. Linebacker time. This is one where I want to take a little bit of a breath, and I'm going to give him a C grade because it was average. Remember, C is average. I know some of y'all go to high school now, and if you don't get a B or an A, you're going to go home and cry home to mom and dad. No, when I went to school, C was average. Like, that's how it was. So, for me, Corey Littleton, you're going to get a B-plus grade because when you really look at the stat sheet, Christian McCaffrey didn't beat us catching the football. And Corey Littleton did a great job. Nick Rukowski got banged up. Nicholas Morrow played really bad. Raekwon McMillan, only one tackle. Cornerback time here. For the cornerbacks, Trayvon, Damon Arnette, C- grade. I mean, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel, that's a pretty solid, talented wide receiver core. But at the end of the day, we want to see more. Like Trayvon, you struggled a little bit after some key competition with DJ Moore. Damon Arnette, same thing. LaMarcus Joyner should have had an interception. And then Isaiah Johnson. Isaiah Johnson did not look good. I'm sorry. Gave up a 2-point conversion. Overall, if you want to talk about a player who could get, cut next week, because remember, Lawson comes back. Isaiah Johnson, you're on the radar. Let's now go to the safety position. And this, I am going to give it a D. And it would be an F if it wasn't for Johnathan Abram. Because if Johnathan Abram didn't show up today, it would have been a clear F. Now, Eric Harris, I'm just trying to be as nice as possible. I didn't want to give an F today because we won. If we would have lost, Eric Harris would have got an F. Point blank. He played bad. He gave up broken tackles. He's the reason why Robbie Anderson had a 75-yard touchdown. Johnathan Abram, though, A grade, flew all over the football field. 13 tackles, looked absolutely sensational. Was loving what I saw out of Abram. And then Jeff Heath, you're going to end up getting a C grade for me. So I asked you about the offense. Time to ask you about the defense now. Who is the Raiders MVP on defense? Let me know in the comments section. It's Johnathan Abram. I mean, on offense, it was Josh. On defense, it's Johnathan Abram. You got to be absolutely loving what you saw out of the rookies, first-round rookies last year. Clelin Ferrell makes the play of the game on 4th and inches, getting the stop to win the game. Josh Jaocbs, 3 touchdowns on the road. Johnathan Abram, 13 tackles. I mean, think about that. 13 tackles. He is on pace for well over 100 tackles. That's exactly what you were looking for in your first-round rookies. So, who is the Raiders MVP on defense? Scroll on down. Let me know in the comment section. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this. I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.